Welcome back, friends, to another Age of Mythology Extended Edition match. In this match, I'm going to be playing as Gaia, going up against Thor-pedo, playing not as Thor, but as Odin. He's also switched it up a little bit, getting away from his main god being Thor, and mine that of Uranus. He is going to use the Great Hunt power on this little patch, getting a ton of goats, ton of extra little caribou. Very nice, very nice. I've been playing Gaia. Man, it's been a lot of fun playing Uranus. But after going up against 4 Uranus mirrors, I'm like, okay, you know what? Be the change you want to see in the world, right? So now I'm switching over to Gaia. It's hilarious. I forget all about these goats here. They just fucking blend into the terrain, and I don't even realize I have them. That's the first little mistake that I made this matchup. I could have ate those at some point. I also don't realize that... Oh, no, that's a rock. It's not an animal. Getting hand axe followed by pickaxe very closely here coming up soon. That is something that you want to do as Gaia because your economic upgrades are cheaper. So you do want to pick those up very early, and it's gonna be nice to have those economic upgrades. Manually scouting with the Oracle, something that I'm a fan of. Is it more demanding APM wise? Does it require you to fucking put a whole bunch of different banners to make them roam around? Yeah. But I think the trade-off of you getting more faster information is worth it. Something to do with your oracles, by the way, when playing Atlantean, is take them to your enemy's base right before you age up. Or right as you hit the button to age up. Have your oracles go towards the enemy side of the map to get some information. This is good, right? Scouting around your base, seeing where's my next gold mine after my one in my base runs out. Where's my second patch of hunt? Is there a second patch of hunt? Maybe I'm playing on a map where there's no fucking extra hunt. Everything is just awful, or it's way across the map. But you need that starting kind of info to see where everything's at, and then followed by going to your enemy's base and getting some more intel. Continuing to make citizens here. I'm a little slow on this manor to throw it up. I think I'm busy looking at my oracles, maybe setting down some more flags. And I think this is actually the citizen's gonna be a little delayed. I do see that. It's about halfway done. Yeah, it is gonna be blocked for a second or two, I think. Nothing crazy, but every second helps on the field of battle. Putting the Gaia Forest away from any buildings because we're playing against a Norse player and they have access to forest fire. Forest fire doesn't feel good. Do as a watchtower or a manor or an economic guild, or just taking free damage on your town center. Let's avoid that if we can. Moving up to this second little piece of hunt here with a couple citizens. Is this something that you want to do with your citizens? Is having a couple in your base getting the hunt, or chickens or berries, whatever it might be, and then moving your second wave of food citizens over to a forward hunt, a second patch of hunt. Temple is going down, trying to get them spaced away from the trees. Now, if you used it there, I guess it would take some damage. I don't know if it would deal the full damage of forest fire just because it's one fucking tree here. But I'm just trying to, space everything out. So it's not near any trees if I can help it. Our third player is also putting down a temple. I'm going to be aging up first, but he is going to be close behind me, which you're going to see that here in a second. There we go. He has his ravens now. He can age up a lot sooner. There we go. What is happening? Oh, he was training more dwarves, so he could have got the age up a lot sooner. He had the food for it, but he just wanted a little bit more economy before he did that. So I'm going to be aging up about 15% faster than he is. Nothing crazy. It's not really going to do much for me, as I'm not doing any crazy aggression here. A little bit of idle time. I don't know where exactly that was at. Oh, these ones here. They're going to move on to, not the goats, because they don't see that. They're going to move on to the trees to get some more wood income. And of course, going through Leto. Oceanus, not a great god for this map, obviously, because it is a land map. But there's some cool upgrades, some cool things you can do in theory with Oceanus, like the Bite of the Shark improvement for your Murmillo. I'd be curious to kind of do some Oceanus like builds to see how effective that is, because you have the Caladria. It's a nice scouting unit. Can get some information. Obviously, what fucking god power does it even have? What does Oceanus have? Hold on a second. I am totally Carnivora. Yeah, okay. Carnivora can kind of be interesting as well. Definitely not as good as Spider Lair for sure. For sure. Putting down a military and military barracks now, or counter barracks. Excuse me. Now, I fuck up here with my Oracle, because, as you're going to see, he's going to send his Valkyrie up here. I kind of noticed this. This is good micro, but it's too late, right? I noticed it at the last second, and because if I would have moved it like 2 seconds earlier, the Valkyrie would have still been traveling a bit before it settled, and then got aggroed onto this Oracle. So, missed micro, I could have saved one Oracle. That's the first mistake I made. The second mistake I made is not taking this Oracle down. Why would I run it up closer to my citizens that can be harassed by the Valkyrie? Like, that was just a big mistake. I should have ran it down to his base, because he's going to have to chase it, kill it, and then run the Valkyrie all the way back up here, which is going to buy me time to have more military. I do heroize this Murmillo to deal with the Valkyrie, and then I realized quickly that he has 2 Hersers, so I'm like, fuck, back up. Don't want to deal with that. I don't catch that my automaton is right here, and I'm going to lose it. This made me very sad. Very sad. He gets a free automaton snipe. Very unfortunate. And he's also going to use Force Fire on this manor. Force Fire is kind of a shit power, honestly. It's not as good as other god powers for the classical age, like Restoration, Valor, Spider Lair even. It's a lower ranking god power, but he's going to snipe a manor out of it, so it's some value. I'm glad he's using it, having it work for him. I get the surround. I kind of fuck it up a little bit, but I'm going to deal a lot of damage and eventually snipe this Herser, throwing up another manor to replace the one I just lost, and I'm actually going to throw up another manor just to really, because I'm close to being population capped again, right? I'm close to being housed again, so I'm going to be throwing up another manor here, actually. I thought it was going to be on the other side. I think I would have liked it to be on this side rather than the other one. Did I pick up channels already? I did not pick up channels. That's something to think about as well. Just help me get away from, Valkyrie and enemy raids and shit. Be engaging this. My military is better. I kind of do a poor job microing until the last big fight of this match. So I'm not really putting the Turma onto... well, in this case, I'm not putting the Murmillo onto the raiding cavalry. I'm kind of just letting everything do what it wants. I think I do micro the automatons away from the Herser a bit. What, little dance party going on here. Look at this. I wish I could rewind. That was hilarious. So I think I do micro the automatons away from the Herser, but no crazy, no fancy micro going on here. He's going to throw a raiding cavalry up here. I'm just going to get it for free because he's not watching. I think he was just trying to get some intel. I get the surround. That was good on my part. Going to get some free damage on the Valkyrie. He's going to continue just moving down. I should maybe be trying to drag him up here and just keep baiting him. Like walk up a little bit. If he runs back to his base, re-engage. Trying to get him to chase me into the spider lair. But he's doing a great job at avoiding that. What's up, kitty? What's going on? Good morning, kitty. So good fight for me, pushing back. Now, I'm getting coached by Rappel. Yesterday, I got coached for 2 hours. This was the last match I had with Rappel coaching me. And he's like, yo, go for the houses. Losing houses as a Norse player is fucking annoying. So now I'm like, cool, let me try to take some houses down. But then he brings his forces back up, and now I'm re-engaging. Microing my Turma away from the raiding cavalry. Very nice. He does get the towers upgrade. So now I'm going to be taking fire from both watchtowers. Now, I think I can win this fight, but there's some things obviously working against me, right? Taking damage from 2 watchtowers, not fun, doesn't feel good. I'm right in his base, so he's getting caught up with his military. Now, I am slowly killing it, so I don't know. Is there an argument to be made about staying here and fighting this? Maybe, but I don't like it. I don't like it. My spidey senses are tingling. I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to be taking damage from 2 towers while he's producing military on me. Just bad. Something I neglected to do is taking some military and scouting around his base. I would have found that he's trying to hunt from this area. I could have denied that hunt. And also, I could have come around here and maybe harassed this wood line. That was just a mistake that I made. I did not do that. I was too kind of tunnel vision on just attacking this area here. Hey, like and subscribe. I'll hurt this marshmallow. How are we doing on economic upgrades? Let's see what we got. Just hunting dogs, pickaxe, and hand axe still for now. We should be getting some more upgrades here soon. I'm now splitting a chunk of my forces, and I think it's just the Turma. So I'm sending this Turma down here to see if he's capturing this town center. I want to keep an eye on the town centers to see when he's going to be expanding, if he's going to be expanding. And now I'm kind of going away from the left side and seeing if I can come down here and maybe attack the right side. Mix things up a little bit. He is going to have his forces over here. Does he see where my military is? Let me see here. He does see that some of my military over here, so that's good. I'm just inside his vision for his buildings. I think he got signal flare, actually, which is going to let him see. Yeah, he does have signal flare, as well as this relic that makes his siege build, or his weapons. Oh my god, his fucking buildings more resistant to siege attacks. Picking up shaft mine, as well as putting down another manor because I'm housed. I did get housed a lot in this match. That's another thing I need to work on. I need to fucking hire somebody just to stand here and like every 5 minutes say, hey, are you housed? Are you housed? What's your population look like? Throw some fucking manors up. Putting some spider lair down here. This is good, right? Got one here. Got one over here. Just trying to anticipate where the fight's going to be. Now, I was expecting him to be way more aggressive because he's a Norse player. My Turma is going to see that he's gathering from over here. I think he's going to switch. Yeah, he's going to move He's going to move away from this wood line and maybe bring them down here, perhaps. That would be a safer wood line. So I see he's not getting a town center. I'm sending some of my forces in this direction to maybe go for a raid. I kind of fuck up here, though. I should have sent them around these trees so that I'm not getting tower fire and, like, losing shit to his forces. That's very sad. Because I thought he was going to be more aggressive as a Norse player, I kind of put them down. But he just stayed in his base the whole time. So what I really should have done is put them around the town center, because he has to use military units to build a town center as Norse. So if I put the spider lair around the town center, it's likely to lose, he's likely to lose some of his military. So look, Turma attacking the Herser, just bad. There's going to be a secondary fight over here in this location. I'm going to lose it. It's going to be kind of close, though. So I'm not microing my Turma onto the throwing axeman, and as a result, they're going to shred through my Murmillo. I sense this is happening, and I just back off. I don't know why it's happening, but I'm losing this, back off. And the reason why I'm losing this is because my fucking Turma are not being microed. That's all I need to do with those Turma. Everything else can just do whatever the fuck it wants. Sure, can I micro the automatons away from the Herser? Sure. But the main important thing is use the Turma, kill his throwing axeman, and then everything else is fine, right? The Murmillo and the automaton are going to attack the Herser and the raiding cavalry, and maybe any Allsparks thrown in the mix. That's all well and good. After I destroy his throwing axeman with my Turma, all I need to do after that is just use them as the extra DPS, and I'm going to win those fights. I didn't do that. And that's why it took me a while to start winning fights again. And the way in which I fucking won the game, basically, was to use the Turma correctly. So you're going to see that here a little later down the road. I'm going to get a free raiding cavalry, perhaps a throwing axeman, kill. Nope, just the raiding cavalry. Very nice. I'll take it. I'm getting plow throughout all of this and starting to make my farm transition because I need more resources on food. I don't realize that I'm floating a ton of gold right now. This is another big mistake I made this match that I need to work on. Engaging here, I'm also going to back off again. After I pick off that Valkyrie, I'm just like, okay, I'm out of here. I don't like this. Don't like this. Fighting a random Auroch. I think I lose a Turma to that. That's hilarious. Yeah, so something I need to work on is floating resources. Because these citizens could be split up, 2 on wood, 2 going for more food. Like, I have a ton of gold. I don't need gold right now. My army's maxed out. Like, I need more food. I need more wood. I need to reallocate my citizens to help my resources stay in balance. Splitting up this into a secondary army, starting to just see, is he getting this town center? What's happening? Is there anything I can attack over here? And at the same time I attack on this side, I'm sending my army down this side. Oh, I don't actually fully push in. I'm going to lose this because I'm not realizing. So I'm going to lose perhaps all of it. No, I save a few of them. I get those Turma out of there. So I do catch it, not in time to avoid losing anything, but I do save a few. So that's good. Picking up Bosa to help with that wood income. That's another resource I'm going to float heavily during this game. Is just a ton of wood is going to be in the bank. Makes me very sad in hindsight. Sending these citizens. He's raiding with this Valkyrie. This is very good. Does a ton of damage. Look at this. Doesn't feel good. I'm sending these all the way down here to steal his hunt, which is super greedy. Super fucking greedy. Not good. That was a big mistake on my part. I should have just had them make farms. Now, I'm going to win this fight. And this is going to give me a false sense of confidence. So I'm like, cool, just destroyed his army. Now let's take his temple down. And immediately, as I send them down, I go back to my base to pick up, I grab a town center, I pick up some upgrades, right? Get medium infantry upgrades. And I don't realize that his army has come back. Now I do, but I'm like, oh, my army looks bigger. Like, I don't need to focus on this, really. And as a result, I'm going to lose my entire army because my Turma are not focus firing down all of the throwing axemen. They're doing it to a couple of them, but then they just go to like attacking the Hearser. They're not effectively taking down their counterable targets. Like, they're designed to kill throwing axemen. Look, this one's attacking a fucking building. Like, not great micro. And because I wasn't microing down his throwing axemen, I lose. And I'm fucking shocked. I'm shocked. I come back down here and I'm like, where did my army go? Like, what just fucking happened? Because I'm throwing up farms and I'm trying to deal with like this harass. I'm losing a bunch of citizens, by the way. Terrible. I should have maybe thrown up some walls preemptively with all my fucking gold. I could have built a Great Wall of China with all this stockpiled gold. But it's all right. I noticed this. I start training citizens once again. Throw down some more farms because I'm just really hurting for wood and food here. I'm going to put these gold citizens onto wood here shortly. Put down another Gaia forest. Where did that go? Is it on the tower? Where is this? Oh, I just put it over here with the other wood. He gets the Oracle Snipe. I pick up the Hephaestus Revenge for the automatons. When I'm playing as Oranos or Kronos, getting the Alluvial Clay upgrade for the Prometheans first before you start making Prometheans is something I'm a big fan of because it's cheaper. I think it's only 150 for that upgrade for Alluvial Clay compared to Hephaestus Revenge, which is 200, I believe, gold to make that happen. Let me see if it actually tells me what that upgrade is. 200 gold, right. Which is a lot. So it's actually better when playing as Gaia or I think Cronus can also go for Leto. Anytime you're picking Leto, basically, is to just start training automatons. And then as your income grows, then you can get the upgrade when you're able to make the automatons that much better. But it's actually worth it to have the extra 2 automatons being trained and being added to your army rather than getting the upgrade first and delaying the production of those automatons. Having an extra couple automatons is really going to help you fight the enemy army. So it's really worth picking those up. Now my citizens go on wood. This is also a mistake because I have just too many on wood. I should take maybe 3 of these citizens now, or maybe all of the citizens, really. If I just took these 4 citizens, walked them back into the base, built farms, and then had any new production being rallied as it is onto these Gaia forests, that would have been good. Putting up an armory, which is awesome. I also put up 2 more military buildings, and this is something Rappel told me as well. It's something I need to start doing. When you lose big fights like that, let me actually pause this because a really big, important thing is happening just now. When you lose a big fight like I did earlier, I just lost my whole army. If you have a couple extra military buildings, it can replenish your army that much quicker. So it's worth it to throw those up, especially if you can put them like maybe over here around a town center so that the Gaia Lush spreads. So not only are you denying a town center, but you're also having that extra, those military buildings. You're putting them to work, basically, giving them a purpose. Another thing real quick before we resume the game, I should have had a citizen come over here and throw up a economic guild on all these town centers, maybe the military buildings here, but economic guild here, economic guild here. Because imagine, if I had an economic guild, he would have to kill that first, and there's all that Gaia Lush. So then he can't immediately take the town center. He has to wait for the Gaia Lush to recede to then take the town center. That's something I could have done as well. So I see him grabbing this town center. I'm like, no, I cannot let you get this. I do not want to give you an advantage. I have the advantage with my second town center. And now this is where things change for the better. I finally micro my Turma onto his throwing axemen. And I'm just shift clicking each of his throwing axemen to make sure that they're all being destroyed. There we go. Look at this. They're just all being microed, killing all his throwing axemen. And as a result, the automaton and the Murmillo are just shredding through his Herser and his raiding cavalry. There's just nothing he can do. And I'm going to win this fight. And because I microed my Turma onto his throwing axemen, because I used them effectively, that gets me the GG. He just gives up. He's like, fuck, I lost my entire military on this. And he denied the town center. Now imagine, okay? Let's wait for the GG to sound first. Any second now. Come on. Here we go. There we go. GG. So imagine. Look at all this wood. I have basically no food, no gold. Almost 3k wood. Imagine if I took half of those wood citizens and split them up in half. Come here, kitty. What's going on? And put them onto food, more farms, and onto gold. Imagine my income right now. Imagine like the upgrades I could be getting right now, right? More armory upgrades. I could be going for an advance, right? Going for an advance. Like crazy what I could be doing off of this. But because I'm misallocating, I'm just kind of stuck with my army, not really doing much. And I'm having to wait a ton of time before I can make the moves that I want to make to progress the game even faster. That's really something I got to work on and be aware of. But we did get the GG. Thank you for the awesome game, Thor-pedo. That was a lot of fun. Learned a lot. How is he doing for resources here? Yeah, he's got a lot of wood stockpiled as well. He could have been putting some more farms down or just putting more villagers onto his onto his, sorry, my cat just disconnected the fucking my ship for a second. I had to put him off the table. He could have been putting more villagers onto food. And I don't know what the hell he's getting, where he's getting gold. Go on, kitty, get out the table. I don't know where he's getting gold. Maybe this one. This is kind of really contested. He could have just easily come up here, though. I mean, I do have an oracle, so I would have. I can't close that. Oh, I can close that. Cool. I would have seen that he's getting gold from this. Where else can he possibly get gold? Up here, but I think I have vision for that as well. Yeah, I have vision for that with the Turma. But I guess he's roaming around. He's not Is he actively just looking at this gold mine? Was I big braining it that much? I don't think so. So yeah, like This would have been his best bet. Push the Oracle off and just try to get gold from this side. I don't know what he's doing, why he's not securing his gold mine. That's kind of really bad. But yeah, good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this match. I hope it was entertaining. Hope you learned a lot. And I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.
Odin has a little window at the start of the game to harass with Forest Fire, Ulfshark, and Cursors. If you survive that, then you start basically winning the fights yourself. And not allowing him to hunt was one of our biggest achieved goals in this game. Because, you know, Odin and Thor has a huge extra gather rating on hunting. So your main goal is to deny their hunt. You don't want them to hunt at all, so they don't have a good economy.
Got it.
Like you. You know, Gaia has a great economy. When I did few mistakes, like sometimes we end up flooding some resources. For example, right now we're flooding some wood.
So much wood.
So we need to pay a little bit better attention when which villages.
Okay.
And Micro was a little bit messy, like in the middle game where we took that big fight.
Yeah, that was really bad.
This fight here was okay. This fight here was very good, like sniping the throwing axemen one by one. That's the best thing.
I didn't realize how much damage
before
they
that,
do. They like shred through your army.
Yeah, I know. So pretty much I would say this was an okay game with a few flaws that we can improve and work on. So
Perfect.
no worries about that.
And before we close up shop here, I just want to give a tremendously enormous shout out to all of my patrons supporting me and making these videos. Thank you guys. You're the real fucking heroes, and I appreciate you.